Paul Watson here for Pro Sound News TV, PLASA 2010. We're going to head to the Loud Technology stand and talk to Kent about Mackie's latest offerings.
Yes, we're debuting a number of things for the first time in Europe. Right here we have the 2404 VLZ3 live sound console. I'm really falling in love with this thing the more I've been using it on the show. It's got a lot of interesting features. Chief among them, we have 8 compressors built in, analog compressors, 4 on the buses, 4 on these channels here. We have built-in 32-bit effects processors with tap tempo. As you can see, I can tap in different tempos depending on what effect I'm using. It also has a 4-out, 2-return USB interface, which allows us to either record the show or use a laptop as an effects processor just by putting it an aux input and using anything you want. Ableton Live within your live session and do granular resynthesis on stage, or Altiverb if that's your favorite reverb. You can use all of that on stage using this.
So in terms of applications, it's sort of a multi then, recording and live?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of our live sound mixers actually end up in studios, and I think this one will do so as well because it has the audio interface built into it. It's got the built-in effects, and again, it's a mixer, and you can connect a bunch of synths to it, and away you go.
And that comes in 32 as well?
Right, and the 32 just adds 4 more mono channels on.
Is that 3204?
Yes, correct.
Right, okay. Okay, and this is the Onyx Blackbird?
Yes, this is the Onyx Blackbird and its little brother, the Onyx Blackjack.
Okay.
And the Onyx Blackbird is a bit like our 800R preamplifier that we did with 8 of the Mackie Onyx mic pre's in it, merged with the Onyx 400F. So it's an audio interface, but we added more mic pre's than the 400F had. It has the 8-at optical I/O, which the 800R actually had 8-at optical output, but this one will actually have inputs as well. Word clock I/O, it's got Firewire on it to use as an audio interface. 2 super channels on the front with analog low cut and direct box high impedance input. On the back panel, we also have analog inserts pre-conversion, so you could put on compressors or EQ or anything you wanted to do. And you can also set up independent headphone mixes for your performers, so I could have my engineer mix, headphone mix for the singer, headphone mix for the guitar player, and switch between them listening to what I'm hearing or them listening to their custom mix by pushing the button. And the custom mix is done inside here. There's a digital mixer built in with a control applet you can use on a Mac or a PC, set up custom headphone mixes or any kind of routing you want to do, all ins to all outs or however you wish to configure that. Save those, make presets, or simply set up headphone mixes. And to save time, toggle between them with the front panel switch. Okay,
and this is the same kind of brain, but in a smaller box?
In a really portable box. In fact, we don't even have a power cable on it. It's bus powered. We want to make the highest quality audio interface we could, so it's got our top-of-the-line Onyx mic pre's in it. It's made out of steel and not plastic. It's really robust. Fan and power on it, 2 in, 2 out, just to keep it basic and really high quality. So if you had to go do a remote recording or power might be an issue, you're obviously connecting it to a computer, let the computer supply the power, and away you go. It's class compliant, no drivers for Mac or PC, plug in, off to the races.
Okay, fantastic. And if we move on to the HD range, now these look quite exciting. There's a number of them. Would you like to take us through them, and what maybe you think first of all, how long did it take to get this together, the actual array?
Flying array, this?
Yeah.
This was flown in about 15 minutes, put together and flown. It's a very simple array. All of the HD series is designed from the ground up from one of our sister companies, EAW, and I believe you're going to speak to them shortly. Yeah. And they set out on a project to what I now consider, after thinking about it and doing a number of presentations on it, this is basically the entry-level EAW system. It's got their DSP focusing technology that they put into their boxes, designed by EAW, very good value for the money. And to fly this thing, 15, 20 minutes tops, including putting the chain on it. And it's a simple matter of you put the bars, fly bars on the subwoofer, raise it up just a little bit above the ground. Hopefully this is within frame here. All you have to do to add a box is you pull this pin out, this drops down. As you can see, the next box just slots in here. Pin goes in.
What do they weigh?
This is about 26 or 27 kilos a box, so it's really not that heavy.
No, it's not, no.
And it is a one-person job, and the thing is you can also have these in 2 other configurations. So our max flown configuration is 2 subs and 4 boxes. You can have it ground stacked with 3 of these boxes sitting on a sub. And then you can also pole mount them. So I could have a subwoofer on a pole and then have two of these on top of them. And we use, again, the focusing technology from EAW to provide optimum dispersion depending on what you're doing. So on the back of this, we have a switch labeled 1, 2. If you're using 1 or 2 boxes, guess what? Position 1, 2. If you had a third and fourth box, positions 3, 4. And then there's an optional long throw mode. So on your topmost box, if you had to reach really far downfield, you can put it into long throw mode and it will focus the energy as far away as possible. And that's all the configuration there is to do on this. It's very simple to set up, very simple to fly. 20-degree angle here, so if you need another 20 degrees of coverage, you would just add another box. Can't do 5 because by the time you go 20, 20, 20, you're shooting into the ground at 5, but that's why we say 4 is the
So
limit.
in that case, what would you say is its maximum sort of application, if you like?
The maximum application would be for a stereo rig that's very easy to fly for a mobile mobile DJs or a mobile concert crew. And I think you could easily do about 1,500 people with a full setup in an optimum room. So it really depends on the room and outside or indoors. And whatnot, but yeah.
Great. Okay.
And I forgot to mention when put on a pole, there's a dual angle pole cup. So if that subwoofer stack is on a stage, you don't want it shooting over the heads of all the people up front. So there's I believe it's a 20-degree angle here on this pole. You can put it in. This box will now face, much like the angle we're seeing here, to the people up front, and then this one goes further back.
I see.
So that's 3 basic configurations: flown, pole mounted, ground stack.
Okay. And onto these 1221s?
The 1221 is actually arriving in our European warehouse in about 30 days. So I'm very excited by this product because it's the first 3-brand collaboration. We have EAW design, and when they were researching this product, they found out that the Martin Audio guys, also under the Loud Technologies banner, had the perfect 90 by 50 rotatable horn from their Blackline series. So we have the Martin Audio Blackline horn in here, user rotatable. If you took the grill off, you'd even see the Martin logo on it. You have 500 watts RMS on the woofer, 12-inch, 100 watts on the Martin Audio device, and then delivered in a Mackie value package. Very robust, 15mm Baltic birch, just like the EAW products. Probably a bit easier to see here also, the voicing switch using DSP from EAW. The nice thing about this box as well, with these skids, it is will work as a monitor, and most boxes, when used in monitor mode on the ground, tend to sit at, the worst case scenario I've seen is 25 degrees, and they tend to be around 45 to 50 degrees. But if a singer is on their mic or their guitar player gets up on the box, it shoots them in the hips or in the chest, so it's too low. This one's at 60 degrees, so it really faces up into your face when it's on the ground. And to help with that, as well as focusing the energy for monitoring mode, we just have that simple switch. So now it focuses energy and sound better for a monitor application. Normal use is in flat mode. And then if you were using this without a subwoofer and you just want a little bit more bass tilt, a little bit more top end, just put it into contour mode. And besides that, you have a pass-through, level control, and my favorite HD feature of all, you can turn the power LED off. So when you're flying an array like this, or you have a big cluster of speakers, you don't have to have an LED shining in your face. They all will disappear into the background black finish, matte gray grille.
Do you think there'll be some future collaborations with the 3 of you then?
I hope so. Yeah. I mean, the end result of this, it sounds amazingly good. It's really a good, punchy, projecting box. And it's 50% more power than our award-winning, class-leading 450. And it's smaller. It's got 50% more power, and it's a beautiful device.
Great. Okay.